Welcome to the 90th Minute Whistle podcast. I am your host, Mario. I'm here with my co host, Leon.
Hello, everyone. The week feels long.
Yeah, because it's been boring. Granted, the European Championships and the Copa America are starting to heat up.
Yes, Monday was a great day of football for the Euros. Two extra time matches, two last minute winners. Swiss winning on pens. The Spanish, Croatia equalizing up. The Swiss doing the same. Spain powering through. Mbappe missing the penalty. And then England put to sleep.
One of the things that I always question in football is when a goalkeeper saves a penalty, why do we still call it a missed penalty? Mbappe took a damn good penalty, but the keeper saved it.
So the penalty wasn't actually that good because of the power and the placement. It was right in the middle, and he didn't get enough height or enough power on it. So that's actually an easy save for a goalkeeper if they read the direction correctly.
No, but that wasn't straight down the middle. He kicked it
no, I
towards
think where it was like center height in the goal. And because it's center height in the goal, it's easy for the keeper to get to. And it's not like he got enough power or it was far enough in the corner where it's harder for the keeper to save. So that's why
I think it was always
it wasn't actually termed a bad miss by Mbappe. Because nobody called it a bad miss.
I thought it was a good penalty.
It was an okay penalty.
To me, it was a good penalty. I thought the save was good. I thought the save was what mattered. I don't think it was a bad penalty by Mbappe or an okay penalty.
No, I wouldn't say it's not a bad penalty, but it's easy to save if the keeper judges the right direction. And we saw that. We saw Sommer easily tip it away. You remember the one that
I don't think you're giving credit. I don't think people are giving enough credit.
Let me compare it to another penalty, right? The one where Lloris got a hand to it, but the power beat him, right?
Yeah.
So when you're taking
but not every penalty is taken with that level of power.
But I'm saying when you're taking a penalty, right? There's three things that they look at to determine it as a good penalty. One, did you get enough power on the ball? Two, did you place it in the corner?
Let me ask you a question. If a Panenka goes
three, did you get enough height on it? Mbappe's penalty was good power, good placement, but not enough height. That's why it was easily saved by Sommer. Yes, Sommer did great by judging the direction. I'm not saying that. I'm not taking any credit away from Sommer. I'm just saying the height of where the ball was kicked. Once you judge that direction, it's easy for the goalkeeper to get a hand to it and push it out.
Yeah, but here's
because it's not enough power on it that he gets that, or even the keeper gets a hand to it, the power beats him.
Yeah, but here's where I disagree with a lot of people in penalties.
Mm-hmm.
If that penalty goes in, whether the keeper touch it or not, you're saying that it's a perfect penalty. Right amount of placement, right amount of power, exactly where it needs to be. For example, let's say that the keeper judges it the wrong way, or even judges it the right way, but doesn't get his hand firmly enough onto, which is why I give Sommer so much credit. Other than that, it's a perfect penalty if the keeper just doesn't save it.
Yeah, but then even then you wouldn't call it a perfect penalty. All right. Look at Kimpembe's penalty, right? Kimpembe's penalty is what you would term a perfect penalty. Good height, good power, right? Good placement. It's almost impossible for a goalkeeper to get a hand to where Kimpembe plays the ball with the power that he plays the ball with.
No, but that's more variation than a perfect. That's more variation than a perfect penalty.
Right, look at all of Lampard's penalties, right? Most of them are in the bottom corner, and when he does try to get it into the top corner, right, he puts enough power on it. But when he's trying to go like mid goal height, there's pace on the ball. so that it flies past the keeper
No,
before the keeper has the time to react.
No, but here's my thing.
The only thing Mbappe's penalty was lacking was pace on the ball.
But I disagree with that as well. I just think it was a great save. I thought there's nothing more Mbappe could do in.
Yes, no, there's a lot more he could have done right there to get that penalty through.
And I think that's more variation.
That was a penalty that was kicked with no confidence.
I disagree
that
with that.
That was a no confidence penalty.
I disagree with that entirely. I think that
by all means I would not have. By all means, I would not have him in the 5 to take the penalty.
I disagree with that. I don't think anybody wouldn't have him in the 5. I just thought it was a great.
No, you want to know why I wouldn't have him in the 5?
Why?
Because prior to the penalty shootout, he missed a one-on-one opportunity and he missed a sitter.
I don't think you're taking Mbappe out of a penalty starting 5. I don't think so.
No, I know. Like a couple seconds before the match is blown off, he literally just missed a sitter. That's not the mind frame that you want to have your 5th penalty taker.
Again, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't matter. I don't think any coach is taking Mbappe out of that 5 just because he missed a shot. I don't think any coach is doing that.
Because when you look at Mbappe's penalties previously, that's the first time he hit a penalty without much power or placing it into a corner.
But again, he did try to play. It's not like he kicked straight to the keeper.
He was curling it, but like I said, it was not. He did not place it far enough. He placed it center mass. It was a center mass penalty.
No, it was like he kicked it to the right up. So he kicked it to the right up. The fact that Soma had to die for it tells me that it's not.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. When I said it's center mass, I'm not saying it's dead center. I'm saying if you were to draw a line across the goal, right? It's in that line where once the goalkeeper guesses it and has good reflexes, he will be able to push it out, which is what happened.
And I don't think so. I think it was a brilliant save by Yann Sommer. I think there's nothing more Mbappe could have done in that penalty. He placed it to a side. He kicked it with enough power. Sommer just read it and saved it. I don't think he could, because again, that penalty, if that penalty went in, whether Sommer even died the correct way, if that penalty went in, we would be saying it's a good penalty.
Yeah, it's a good, not a perfect penalty.
To me, there's no perfect penalty. A Panenka that goes in is a perfect penalty. To me, a Panenka that goes in is a perfect penalty. And again, it's more variation. Because like I said, like I'll use your example, Kimpembe's penalty. That can be classified as a perfect penalty. It can also be classified as a bad penalty if the keeper saves it. Because people will say, oh, well, he should have kicked it higher. There will always be something. I just think that was a brilliant save.
Brilliant save. I say it was a good save. I don't think someone pulled off anything outstanding with getting to it. He read the direction well, which is the first half of the battle. As a goalkeeper, once if you are able to read the direction of the penalty, then it's a good. You've already won like 50% of the battle in terms of being able to save it. The next is having your reactions to. Yes, it's getting your reactions to actually, or getting your body to cover that distance that you need to. Which is why I said that I'm not taking anything away from Sommer, because it's easier to score a penalty than it is to miss. Sorry, for our keeper to save it. It's easier for the player to score than it is to be saved. And I felt Lloris would have been upset with himself when he got a hand to that one and he wasn't able to push it out.
No, but that's my point. You can read it, dive the right way, and still touch the ball and not save the ball. So I just thought it was a brilliant save. Because like I said, if a Panenka goes in, it's a great penalty. But let me use an example. I don't remember which league it's in. I don't remember if it's the Hungarian league or the Bosnian league, but people can look this up on YouTube. There was a team that needed a penalty to not get relegated, right? There was a team who were supposed to take this season This season. You can find it on YouTube quick because him teammate them nearly killed him. He took a Panenka and perfect technique and everything. Keeper just stand up and catch it.
Oh yes, I remember that. I remember watching that clip.
Keeper just stand up and catch it. It looks stupid when it happens like that.
Yes.
But when it goes in, you're oh my god, you're Pirlo.
Yes, Panenkas are polarizing.
I think all penalties are. I think let's say that Lloris got his hand to it and saved that penalty. People will say, all right, then he should have put more power on it. Maybe he should have been a little bit more height on it. Maybe people will always say that.
You see, the reason why persons are criticizing Mbappe's penalty, or what I know persons are criticizing it, is because he ticked all the boxes. Like you said, he ticked all the boxes. Good height, good power, good placement.
Again, if
someone doesn't
save it, everybody's saying that's a good penalty.
You want to know the penalties that persons criticize when you're trying to pass the ball.
Exactly.
And the keeper just roll it up and catch it. Then you consider it. There was no power on that. There was no placement on that.
That's what I mean. Because when I saw Mbappe took that penalty, I didn't see a lack of confidence. I saw that he wanted to place it where he placed it. And yes, it wasn't right in the corner. Like there was a penalty that Germany took. Which penalty Germany did take? Our Schweinsteiger or somebody did take. I don't remember if it was against Italy in the Euros semi-finals 2012.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember which penalty it was. I don't remember if it was even Bayern I'm thinking of. But I remember
it's probably Bayern.
I remember
Schweinsteiger taking some penalty. When he hit it against the post.
No man. I'm not talking about a missed penalty. I'm talking about like a penalty that looked perfectly taken. Where he placed it right in the corner, but it have pace and power on it. When I say right in the corner, I mean that the ball goes right in between the goalkeeper's hand and the post.
Yes, so those are what you call perfect penalties.
Exactly.
Because unless the keeper is willing to send his hand into the post, you can't stop it.
No, but that's the thing. Even when goalkeepers are willing to send their hand into the post.
Yeah, it's placed so well with enough power.
With so much power.
Able to slide right past.
Exactly, but we've seen goalkeepers even save those, and people say, okay, well, it should have been higher, it should have been a little bit off the ground, or there will always be criticism for penalty.
Like common convention, penalties, you're normally told to put the penalty into the corner.
Hard and low.
Yeah, because those are the hard ones for keeper to save.
Yeah. Unless you have De Gea, because De Gea actually has good reflexes to get to the ground.
To drop down quick enough. Yes, unless you're facing a keeper that can drop themselves to the ground.
De Gea's problem is reading body movement.
Yes,
he doesn't guess the right way all the time. Exactly. Lloris is good at reading body movement. There are other goalkeepers who are good at reading body movement.
Ter Stegen.
Ter Stegen.
What was his name again for Netherlands when they subbed off Silesen to
Tim Krul. Tim Krul is a penalty expert.
Yes,
Martinez from Aston Villa.
Yes, Martinez. Yes. These are players that are very good at judging your body movement.
Exactly. That's De Gea's biggest problem. It's not even his reflexes.
Czech was also very good at that as well.
Czech became afraid of the post after a while.
Yes. But he still wasn't afraid to throw himself in there for a penalty.
Exactly. So
because goalkeepers like Czech, they end up playing the same game that strikers play. They steer right at the penalty taker, and the penalty taker stares right back at them. So it's certain goalkeepers who look directly at you, like Neuer, because they back their reflexes to get down quick enough based on where you kick the ball. Because I think at this time they're working off of instinct than thinking, oh yeah, he's going to go left, so I'm preparing myself to go left. So it's one of those. But the world champions are out. Welfare to Switzerland. They deserved it. They played well, good football, and football is the winner on that day because there were wonderful matches. And the only sad part is, and I think you said it as well, where you said that France looked like they could go up a gear, and they did go up a gear.
They did go up a gear.
And by all fairness, I think Deschamps said after that he was to be blamed because they should have seen that 3-1. They should have seen she can't climb up.
Yeah, they should have. They
should have
should
seen
have
it
seen
out.
that.
Yes.
Theo.
So it
Also,
was
what you know what I didn't like about France that day? Why I think they lost the match. When you're the world champion, you don't adjust your.
Exactly. You do not adjust to. Teams adjust
You
to
make
you.
them. Yeah, you make them adjust.
And I think that was one of the problems, and that's why Deschamps. I think that's why Deschamps came out and said he is to be blamed for it.
Yeah, because again, how do you change to a goddamn 3-5-2 for adjust to Switzerland when they should be adjusting their formations?
Exactly, and they should have.
And in all fairness, that 4-4-2 diamond that you were having coming in, it still helps you defensively against a 3-5-2. Kante just needs to drop in between his centre backs, or then make Kante play as a box to box and bring on a taller midfielder who can drop in between the centre, or move Rabiot to the defensive midfield. It's not like Rabiot don't like. As a matter of fact, Rabiot championed playing defensive midfield throughout his PSG career. It's not a position he's afraid to play or doesn't like to play. He's tall enough to drop in between your centre backs to create a third centre back while allowing your full backs who are actually centre backs. Because Pavard is a natural centre back who can play right back and defensive midfield. So again, it's not like you're losing.
But Lucas Hernandez is a fullback. They don't use Theo.
No, he's a centre back as well.
Lucas, majority of his game all of his best performances since he's been at Milan has been playing as a fullback. So he's converting.
No.
He's fully converted to a
wrong
fullback.
Wrong fullback you're thinking about. You're thinking about his brother. You're thinking about Theo.
Is his brother's name Lucas?
No, Theo plays for Spain. Theo, who plays for AC Milan, plays for Spain.
Yes, he's French. No, he's French.
No. Listen. Because the two brothers were at Atletico Madrid Academy graduates. Theo then left and went to Real Madrid. Never make it at Real Madrid. Then went to AC Milan. Bayern signed the other brother.
You're missing it up. I just checked it. Theo Hernandez is one that plays for France as a left back. Lucas is one that at Bayern that is the centre back.
Yes, but Theo doesn't play for France. Theo plays for Spain.
I just checked it.
No, check again, brother. Lucas is the one who plays for Bayern, right? He's the one who plays for France. Him and Pavard. They're the French ones. Check. Theo Hernandez, who plays for AC Milan, plays for the Spanish national team. He's played for them already. He played at the World Cup. Lucas is the one who plays for Bayern. The one who plays for Bayern plays for France.
Yep, just confirmed it. Theo is declared for France.
Like I said, I've known Theo to play for
on the French Football Federation website, he's declared for them.
Like I said, I've known him to have declared for Spain.
But like all of that aside, though, regardless of which country them declare for, lucky you have a choice of two of the best national teams to play for. England, Germany. The English fans are
and wasn't it Lucas who played for? Wasn't it Lucas who got called for France for this?
Lucas played in the World Cup for them.
Yeah, for them at left back.
Yeah. Let me. This is the problem I hate with like the Hernandez brothers. They always throw me off. I'll be honest with you, they always throw me off. Let me check and see who got called up.
Yeah, it's Lucas Hernandez. He has two.
Lucas got called.
That's
called. Okay, so Lucas. So it's the center. Okay, so he's the one playing at left back then.
That's what I'm 100% sure of.
So why does France still have his brother declared for them though?
I don't know, but I know that one of them declared for France and one declared for Spain because of their mother or something like that.
Oh, is that
so I don't understand what? Yeah, kind of like that situation. But I know that Lucas is the one who starts for France with Benjamin Pavard. So there's still centre backs.
I thought it was his brother. Honest, I thought because I know his brother is a left back and he's one of the best left backs in the Serie A.
They're well, no, I wouldn't say that.
I said one of the best, not the best. One of the best.
Well, I know Lucas is the one who starts. I know that Lucas is the one who starts for
yeah, I know Lucas.
I know I know the one who plays for Bayern starts for France.
Yes. Bayern. Reason why Bayern won't buy a centre back because they think he will come good. But other than that, the English fans are rejoicing. You know, I feel they're celebrating like they just won a cup.
According to them, it's coming home. So. And again,
it's always coming home for England. It's been coming home from 1966, and now it can't reach home. That's the longest bus ride in history. But they got lucky. I'll tell you that. They got lucky. They were, you know, England, for some, like Southgate has been a very lucky manager. He's always been able to play teams when they're not at their best or they're going through a transition, or he gets teams that they should be because they just have that much better players. But I honestly don't feel, I feel their luck is going to run out in the quarterfinals.
I don't think they've been lucky. I don't think they've been lucky so far enough.
Scoring one goal and then defend it out. He's trying to do a Greece.
I wouldn't say that because again, Greece didn't sit back and
well,
not play
yes,
teams.
He's sitting back.
No, Greece did not do that, and that's one of the things that's a misconception about that Greece national team. It wasn't the most talented national team, but we can't pretend like they just sit back and look their way through the competition. They outworked everybody. And they had some talented players who eventually played for some good clubs. Their best forward at that time was Georgios Samaras. They had Gekas and they had Karagounis, who were actually three talented footballers. The rest of the squad had no talent on it, but those three guys, the attacking midfielder and the two forwards that they had, were actually pretty talented. One of them is Celtic's leading goal scorer, one of Celtic's all-time leading goal scorers. Granted, that's still Glasgow Celtic, but at the end of the day, this is a guy who was played in the Champions League countless amount of times. Karagounis spent the last years of his career at Fulham as a starter.
Yes, that is true. So you can't really go around that. But you know, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I just don't like the conception that Greece didn't play against. They played people. They came out and played people. The problem is people never expect them to be that good, and it shot the shit out of people. And then I think that the only match where I think they sat back was against Portugal in the final because they didn't have a choice. You had Cristiano Ronaldo, a young Cristiano Ronaldo on the right, and you had a Luis Figo on the left. You had Deco playing attacking. Exactly, Pauleta up front. And then when they took off Pauleta, you had Hugo Almeida as a youngster coming on.
Nuno Gomez, Rui Costa.
Rui Costa. You know the works. Those are the small forwards that they had at the time, or the second strikers that they had at the time. So it was a stacked team. We know the Carvalhos, the Paulo Ferreiras, the Maniche, all of those players. But I just don't like the concept that Greece was just this like completely garbage team.
Basically, the problem, good fair play to England. Yeah, they finally beat Germany since 1996. I don't know why they're celebrating that much, but small time mentality. And winning trophies aren't their specialties. They have to celebrate little victories when they get it. The reason why nobody wants England to win is because English fans are unbearable.
Yeah.
Every tournament, they are the worst set of fans to deal with. You have English fans making fun of the camera showed a young German girl that was crying. She don't even look like 8 or 9 years old. And they're like making fun of a kid. And you're like,
no, well, that's not, no.
This is why nobody likes you guys.
I agree with that. Well, I agree with them doing that.
Nobody makes fun of a child who's crying though.
Yeah, but this is sports, bro. Like, I expect that from sports. That's one of the
you expect grown-ass men making fun of kids who are crying.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Y'all need a reality check.
Hell yeah. We're talking about sports, and I'm not talking about in reality where, all right, a kid falls on the ground and we're just making fun of the kid.
Yes.
Or a kid goes through something
You shouldn't,
bad.
yeah, but you still should be making fun of a child that is crying.
Over sports? Hell yeah.
No, you shouldn't.
No, granted, it may be a little girl, so maybe it's a bit different for you, but like, in all fairness, like when it comes on to sports, there are no holds bar. If you go to a basketball match, no, the hell no. If you,
bro, there's nothing you can say to justify making fun of a child that is crying. There's nothing you can say to justify it.
Yes, in sports it's different. I think so in sport, because if you go to any NFL stadium, you go to any NBA stadium, you go to any football stadium, you know that same kid who is crying will be making fun of you, right? There's no holds barred.
Bro, as a grown ass man, you do not make fun of a child. That is
no, you're thinking the overall picture. I'm not talking.
Bro, there's
overall
nothing. There's whether it's sports, whether it's reality.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair game in sports.
No,
I think it's fair game in sports.
It could nothing.
We're not talking about no. We're not talking about a tragedy that happened to the child.
It doesn't matter, Mario. There's no way you. It does. No, there's nothing.
Again,
a grown-ass man, yes. A grown-ass woman, yes. You do not make fun of a child.
What? Have you been to sporting events?
I have, and you don't make fun of children.
That's why I'm wondering
over a result.
That's why I'm wondering, because I know that you've covered sporting, you've taken pictures, you're a photographer, you're a videographer at sporting events. I just
and yes, and nobody ain't making fun of children.
I fully disagree with that. I've seen so many highlights of like grown-ass people getting into arguments with kids getting into grown-ass arguments with grown people. Like
they are just as immature as the child, because which grown-ass man argues with a child?
Which is why I said in the terms of sports, I expect it.
Banter, yes.
Anywhere else in life?
Banter, yes.
No, Leon.
Making fun of a child is not banter.
Leon. It's not like you're making fun of the child over a tragic thing that happened to the child. It's a sporting event. You're just teasing the child because their team lost. Like,
I want to see
it's not a tragic event.
Child. I'll beat the crap out of them.
And again,
these give them a reason to smile.
No, you see, these are the emotions that sports bring out, which is why I said I think that it's a part of sports. Everybody are gonna get it. I don't care. They don't care if you're young and again, the line that I cross is putting your hands on somebody else's child. When it comes on to sporting events, or in most cases, but like.
Yes,
in a sporting event,
keep your hand to yourself.
Yeah, you keep your hand to yourself. Even if it's an adult, for the most part, you keep your hands to yourself. Unless you're the Suns in 4 guy who beat the shit out of the Nuggets guy and says Suns in 4, which they did win in 4. But that's what I mean. If you go to a baseball park, like there's grown men teasing a child because your team just lost. Let's say the Yankees and the Red Sox are playing. You think those Yankees fans are going to spare the Red Sox child because he's crying? Fuck, man, I might get a peanut in them face while I'm at it. And that's where I would draw the line. But I'm saying that's where sports carries you. Yes, you're going to see grown ass men you're going to see grown ass men tell a 7-year-old, hey, fuck you, your team shit. That's what's supposed to happen. You're
only in England.
When your team plays. I wouldn't say that. That's why I brought up US examples, because I don't think it's only in England.
Yeah, the US is not a good barometer of how
I agree. True. I am not saying that the US is the best place to copy fans' behavior. Because I mean, come on, US fans.
Neither is England.
I don't disagree. England are known for hooliganistic fans, and the USA, their fans are damn near downright crazy. So I'm not saying that they're the EP, or what do you call it? They're not the
same sides. Enough to know. Same coin, 2 different sides.
Yeah, same sides, 2 different sides of the same coin. I get that, they are, but I'm saying it is a part of sports. That's why it doesn't surprise me. Would I personally be in the crowd seeing a child cry and then shit on the child even more? No, that's not my but it doesn't surprise me and it doesn't affect me when I see that. Because I expect it in sports. Your team are play like shit, I sensitive enough for crying. Yeah, go get it. Am I personally going to deliver it to you? No, but when that guy who has been drinking beers all morning, sitting in the goddamn hot sun, watching his team cheer on, with his emotions flying all over the place, because until Sterling scored that goal, he probably blows one cursing to take off Sterling. But I know the nuances of being a sports fan, which means that all right, the day the people look in the stands and think those people are just there. No, those are actual people. It's not like you're playing a video game and the fans are just in the stands waving flags and shit. Those are actual live people. So before Sterling scored that goal, they were probably cursing on Sterling. Oh, they should have probably started Jadon Sancho. Hey, fuck Sterling. Let's say that Hurricane missed a chance early. Oh, fuck Hurricane. You get what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying, because English fans are unbearable. All right, look at when Germany beat Brazil 7-1. The German fans are respectful. They were making fun of anybody. They hardly even celebrated.
Match in a long time. Most people are really.
Yeah, but for those who stayed and were crying and in tears, they weren't laughed at or jeered at or persons making fun of them. No,
that's what I said.
There was respect.
No, but that's
how German fans conduct themselves. But again, what should we expect from English fans? English fans have some of the worst reputations in Europe. So
yeah, but that's I just think it should be expected in sports. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying
yes, persons expect it from England because that's what
I don't just expect, but that's English the thing. I don't expect it just from English fans. That's my point I'm trying to make. I expect it across all sports. I'm pretty sure we're going to find some fan from anywhere that will do something like that. It might not be the majority, like in the case of England or the US. It might not be of the majority, but I expect to see it in sports all over the world. It doesn't necessarily means that every Japanese fan is going to treat you like shit, or every English fan is going to treat you like shit, or every US fan is going to treat you like shit. It just doesn't surprise me. I see damn near as part of the game.
So Jerry Gillard did a press conference this morning, woke me up out of my bed. He's saying that this Germany team shall peak in 2024.
2024. That's
yes, Euros 24.
Yeah, because they would have played their first World Cup next year, and they don't have another big competition till.
And it's still a very young team.
Yeah, so I kind of agree with that. I can't disagree with that.
He's saying that this tournament would have given a lot of them their first experience at a major tournament. And like you said, World Cup next year will be another big booster for them. And that in 2024, that's when this team will be able to deliver a title. Which, like I say, I can't deny that. I think that's actually a pretty good timeline. I think we can deliver a title more if by some miracle this upcoming football season unearth a striker or Timo Werner goes back to Leipzig Werner that scores for fun, because a lack of a proper striker is what is killing Germany. And you can have all the midfielders you want, unless Kai hits another level this season. I see that we're going to have the same problem that we had this Euros. Struggle to create goals. Granted, if Hansi Flick uses his system that he uses at Bayern, then we will create chances for fun. But we're going to have the same problem Bayern had. Who is the man that's going to convert those half chances into goals? And who's the man who's going to convert those clear-cut chances into goals? Because Muller missed and Werner missed. And Werner scores, that's 1-0. Muller scores, that's 1-1. You know, fine margins decide knockout matches.
Muller should have scored that goal.
But of course, Muller should have scored that goal. I'm pissed that he missed. But what can I say? Muller has not scored in the Euros for us since forever. It's funny, like in the World Cup, he's your most reliable forward. But in the Euros, he's never scored in a Euros match. So if there's one person you wanted that chance to fall to, I don't think you wanted it to fall to Muller. But again, if there's one person you wanted it to fall to, it would be Muller. Exactly. Because you know how clinical he is. But when you know his history of that, he's never scored in a Euros, then
I still want it to be him. I don't need him to turn into World Cup Muller. I just need in this moment for you to take one chance.
No, I need World Cup Muller.
No, when I say World Cup Muller, I don't need it to be like the top scorer of the tournament. I mean,
World Cup Muller scores that. World Cup Muller scores
definitely, but I just want that in that moment.
I don't need top goal scorer Muller where tie with in 2014 and got the golden boot in 2018. Sorry, in 2010. I need Muller that will put the ball in the back of the net.
All right. Well, to kind of just run through the rest of Euros games. Denmark versus the Czech.
That's going to be an interesting match.
Denmark,
the Czech is playing like Denmark is playing off. They have ability, but this looks like they're playing more of heart than anything else.
They have a good squad. Like that's one of the things about Denmark people don't acknowledge. They have a damn good squad. I don't think they have a better squad than the Czech overall. They have defenders they have young defenders that they can throw on in Ajer and the guy from Fulham, the centre back from Fulham, Anderson or Joachim Anderson or something like that. Kjaer, who plays for Celtic. I don't know if he's left Celtic yet. And of course, the starting back three of Vestergaard, Christian Eriksen, and Simon Kjaer from AC Milan. So yeah, they have talent. They have Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Damsgaard, I think, plays for Sampdoria in the Serie A. He's their attacking midfielder, if I'm not mistaken. And then when you look at their forwards, they have Kasper Dolberg, they have Marvin Braithwaite, they have Jacob Poulsen. Their right back is Daniel Wass, the starting right back for Valencia. And their midfield is Delaney, who's a starter for Borussia Dortmund. He's been injured all of the season, or for the most part this season. So Jude Bellingham has had to drop deeper and play in a midfield pivot rather than playing him as an attacking mid or a central mid in a midfield three. And honestly, they have Delaney, and I'm missing their next midfielder, who's also very important. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who of course started for Tottenham. So it's not like this team doesn't have talent. And again, Damsgaard is really a Christian Eriksen substitution. He wouldn't even have started if Eriksen is there. So this team, to me, overall as a team, is better than the Czech Republic. It's just that the Czech Republic has a starting 11. If you get the Czech Republic beyond their starting 11, you're good. Once you can get past Jankto, Sufal, Souček, Ural, Vidra, Schick, if you can keep Vidra and Schick quiet, if you can keep Darida from creating, keep Souček from your 18-yard box for too long, you'll be fine. And of course, Kalas is in their defense. Yep. But in all fairness, he's their only defender. So the two starting 11s are not far off from each other. But I think that the Danish national team have more that they can bring on off the bench. All right, we see Ukraine beating England because I think Ukraine is the better team. As a team, they play better as a team. They create chances at their will, and they work harder than England, in my estimation. And they don't need 100 chances to score.
Yep, and we really need to stop hearing it's coming home.
Don't worry, that's awesome. That's awesome. I think Ukraine needs to stop it. Belgium, Italy is the match everybody wants to watch. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
think
not
it's
calling that. I'm not calling that.
yeah, I'm staying away from that.
Yeah, I'm not calling that one.
Neither team really
All
looks
I
like
know is the
themselves.
winner of the tournament is coming from that bracket.
And I think you saw
Whosoever
it.
wins,
Spain is
Spain,
playing. I'm trying to remember who Spain will play.
the Swiss, the Swiss.
No, isn't the Swiss? Let me
Yes,
see it.
it's the Swiss. Spain, yes, Spain is playing the Swiss.
Now here's the interesting thing about this match. Spain is playing the team that can perfectly defend against it. Not only that, they're playing against a team that can perfectly expose their defense. Spain has to make this a high-scoring match. The problem for Spain is that they need too many chances to score. Switzerland don't need a lot of chances to score, and they're the perfect team with the perfect defensive shape. That 3-5-2 will slow down your 4-3-3.
It's going to be
Because
an interesting match.
They'll match your midfield and they will prevent your fullbacks from getting forward. And if defensively you're not having your best day, which Spain has not been good defensively for the entire tournament, they've been able to outscore their
Exactly. But like I said, the best thing that Spain has going for them is that they have the best tactician in the tournament as their coach.
in Luis Enrique. But they don't have the players that can be brought on. Luis Enrique might be good tactically, but he doesn't have any players that he can bring on to change his playing style overall. Meaning that it's like how France try to change their playing style and change their formation to adjust to Switzerland. I think Spain doesn't have that much depth in terms of changing styles of play. I think they have players with talent that they can bring on, but it still pushes towards what they want in the end, which is attacking football. So let's say that they bring on Busquets and they already have Koke and Pedri on the field and Rodri. And they take off Rodri or they take off Pedri and bring on Busquets and play Rodri and Busquets as a pair in midfield. And let's say they bring on a number 10, like they brought Fabian Ruiz, even though he's not really a 10, but another playmaker. Let's say that they take off Koke and bring on another playmaker. And they have, let's forget about Busquets. They bring on Fabian Ruiz, they take off Koke. And you want to change the formation to a 3-5. I still think that doesn't give you defensive coverage. I think you're just changing the shape of the team. You get what I'm saying?
I get you.
No, Fabian Ruiz is a bit different from Koke or different from Pedri, but it doesn't give you so much of a change that it makes that it doesn't change so much tactically. So I do think he has talent, but it's still the talent still pushes towards his playing style. To me. It's like how France can throw in a Rabiot and use him as a box-to-box midfielder or a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
That's what I don't think Enrique has. He has players who all play a specific role. Like he doesn't have that versatile. I think Koke would be that midfielder or Saul. I don't know if he brought Saul. But
they're here.
Oh, cool. But the point is, I don't see him with enough versatile players. All of his players are specialists at something. So Rodri is a defensive midfielder. Busquets, defensive midfielder. Koke and Saul can play anywhere in midfield. They're the ones that I see that are versatile. Pedro Gonzalez, yes, he can play on the wing, but again, he's really a playmaker. So he's still getting playmaking out wide. You're not getting much different. You're just getting fresh legs, and you maybe change the shape of your team. So that's one of the things I think Spain need to work on. I get that you're a team that plays tiki-taka football, but you still need to give players who are versatile a chance rather than just have a bunch of specialists. Because if you have a specialist, people can prepare for that. You know what's a good thing about Swiss's team?
Mhm.
Everybody can play damn near everywhere.
True.
Eldevedi can play right back or as a right wing back, even though he's playing at centre back. And centre back is his natural position. Rodriguez the same. Their midfielders the same. So I do think that Spain will have a tough time against Switzerland. So I'm interested to see what happens. But that's it for the Euros quarterfinals.
Yep, that's the Euros quarterfinals.
All right, next time we'll be adding the Copa America to it. We don't have enough time for today. Thanks Leon for like doing this before you have to go like work and stuff.
The annoyance. I low-key wanted to stay in bed all day today, I swear to you. I think I might do that though.
All right, so that's the end of the podcast today. We'll see you guys next time.